A body that was found on a rural farm has now kicked off an investigation by the Nebraska State Patrol. That's just a little north of Oxford. Now, for context, that's just about 3 hours west of Lincoln. Now, Nebraska State Patrol says that the body was found in an outbuilding in one of the fields, and they added that it was apparent that the person had been deceased for some time. Right now, they say there is no threat to the public. An autopsy is scheduled for today. We're still looking into this daunting scene here in Fairbury. Our viewer Gina sent us this video that you see here, smoke billowing from the roof of a home and the flames blaring just beneath it. Hitting some of those hot spots like you said, and if you can look over my shoulder just here a little bit, you can see some of that flickering still kind of going on there. That's what they've been working at all morning. Yeah, breaking at the alert center, we have a live look here at the deposed President Nicolas Maduro and his wife traveling to a federal courthouse in New York. He's facing narco-terrorism charges, which the Trump administration used to justify his capture and bringing him to New York. Now, Maduro and his wife are expected to appear at that courthouse. After being hit with a DUI causing serious bodily injury, University of Nebraska Regent Elizabeth O'Connor announced her resignation scheduled for next week. This morning, Nebraskans are reacting to the news that she allegedly drove while impaired and she hit a vehicle head-on in Omaha. 3 children were inside. Now, one of the passengers inside the car that O'Connor hit suffered a broken back and pelvis. Now, all of this happened back in May. Now, the father of the children injured says it shouldn't have taken this long for O'Connor to take responsibility and be held accountable. Regardless of O'Connor's announcement to resign, Senator Kathleen Kell says she plans to file to impeach O'Connor when the legislative session begins. You can read the full story on our website. This new year began with tragedy in Switzerland. 40 people have died and 115 injured after a fire at a ski resort. And I moved down to 27th and Vine. Lots of traffic going on. But as you can see behind me, just look at the roads. These are not really great conditions to be driving in, but a lot of people have to get going. They have to get to work. The mildish temperatures we ended 2025 with didn't necessarily trickle into this year. It's been a chilly start so far, and we've been hovering around the mid-20s and 30s. And today is actually a weather alert day where we can see, actually, let's have an actual meteorologist do this.
We have a weather alert day today for the possibility of some light ice and snow accumulation. Winter weather advisory is in place for part of central and eastern Nebraska through the day and into the evening. Now, we have a 20 to 40% chance of this wintry mix and snow as we go late morning to mid-afternoon. Then in central and eastern Nebraska, we're going to up that chance to about 40 to 60% for late afternoon and through the evening. How much snow could we see and how much ice? Well, we're talking about a glaze to 1/10 of an inch of ice potentially, and then our snowfall of a trace to an inch. So not a lot, but enough that we may see some slick conditions develop. Now, today is going to be our coldest day. Obviously, this wintry precipitation potential, but warmer temperatures return for the weekend. Next week could be seasonably mild.
So there it is. We have a bit of snow and some low temperatures tonight, and we're going to be warming up nicely towards the weekend. And take a look at this. Next week, we're going to be hanging around the 50s, and even on that Wednesday, we're forecasted to have 58 degrees, so it's going to be a nice one. You can download our 1011 weather app for weather updates from our actual meteorologist. Some Lincolnites were left feeling confused and abandoned after seeing this notice on the doors of Nebraska LTC Pharmacy this week. Now, the notice announces a temporary closure and that those looking for prescriptions weren't going to find any there, at least for now. Well, 1011 did some digging, and it turns out that the lead pharmacist's license is set to expire this Thursday. But that license that she was operating with all year was in an inactive status. According to DHHS records, that pharmacist applied for an inactive license. Now, that was after being offered a probationary license in May of 2024. Now, that was for practicing without a license that year and practicing while impaired. We have multiple reporters following this story. You can read what we know so far on our website. If you receive health insurance through Obamacare, you may soon face higher prices. Now, that's because some Affordable Care Act subsidies have expired at the start of this new year. Now, lawmakers did not extend Obamacare's enhanced premium subsidies